Hello everyone! So this video is going to be my September favorites. I feel like I just filmed my August favorites, but it is now October, so it's time for another one of these. I got a lot of requests to add additional things to this video, so now I'm going to include, along with my art favorites, I'm going to include a favorite book and or art book, music I've been enjoying throughout the month, a favorite film or TV show, and my favorite Copic colors of the month, because I thought that was kind of a fun little thing to include, along with the art supplies that I've been really enjoying throughout the month. I also wanted to give a quick update on my room tour video. I know I said I was going to be posting it this weekend, but I had a bit of a technical issue and I lost all my footage, so I have to re-record it. So I've decided to push that back and post it in November rather than in October, but I will be still posting my workspace tour in a couple weeks during October. So that's what's going on with that. I just figured I would go ahead and film this instead, since I want to make sure I'm posting this during the first week of every month. So I guess we will get on with my September favorites. Alrighty, so the first thing on my favorites of the month is this pencil case. I hope the lighting is a bit better. I think it's probably not, but let's pull this over here and ignore my squeaky chair. There we go. Okay, so this is a Kipling 100 pencil case. I bought this at Macy's. I think it was $29, which is expensive for a pencil case, in my opinion, but I had a coupon, so I got it for a bit cheaper than that, I think. This is so ugly. I love it. Like, it's like paint splatters, but it's really cool. I bought this to take it with me when I travel, because I'm going on a slightly extended vacation this month, so it holds a lot of stuff. I don't even have as much stuff in this as I normally would if I were traveling, but it has two sections of pen holders, and the pen loops are pretty generous. Like, these are Papermate flares, and they're pretty thick and they fit in there just nicely. And then it has this big compartment that you can put like a whole bunch of stuff in. Like, it's this deep, so it's a little over 1 inch deep, but I have all this stuff in it, and I could fill both sides of these with pens and still be able to zip it shut. And it doesn't take up much room for when you're traveling, which is what I really like. So yeah, this is the Kipling 100 pencil case. It comes in a bunch of different, like, colors. They're not all this awful, but, you know, I liked this. And my Copic colors are in here, so I guess I will do these next. Yeah, this is cool. Alright, so I decided to just choose 3 Copic colors for the month, and these are ones that I used in my Vanellope illustration, because that's the only thing I actually colored with Copics for this month. And so they are R20, BB31, and BG34. And I have a notebook here, and I'm going to test them out for you so you can see what colors they are. This is a watercolor notebook, so this is probably not the best. But BG34 is like a kind of deeper mint green. Let's do R20. R24 is just kind of like a strawberry red that I really liked. I used that a lot in that Vanellope illustration. Can I get this to focus? Maybe. Whatever. And then there's BB31. There we go. This is the color that I use for shading skin. I get asked that a lot in videos, and I use this in most of my videos to add shading to skin, because it's like a pale purple. I never use gray to shade skin. I always use a pale purple or a blue or a green. But yeah, it's just a really light purple. So these are my 3 favorite Copic colors of the month. You want to see them again? This one's so dirty. Ah. Alright, so I'm going to keep this little demo notebook out and zoom you guys back out. Something else I've really been enjoying this month are pan pastels. I actually get asked a lot about pan pastels and what they actually are. They're pastels in a pan. I don't know how else to describe them. These are the metallic ones, and I've been really liking these a lot. But yeah, they're basically just a flat pan pastel. And they have really good pigmentation. Like, this is a metallic bronze. Like, look at that. It's so cool. I don't know. And they have, the pigmentation on these is just amazing. I love it. I used these in my Halloween illustration from last year. I used it for the background of the witch drawing that I did. So I'm going to use these in more videos coming up. Where's the gold one? There's the gold one. It's really cool. But yeah, the packaging for these is super interesting, because they just twist together and they're stackable. So it saves a lot of room, because I've had pastels that are like stick pastels, and they take up some space, but these just all stack on top of each other, so they are really good space savers. But you can use, they come with tools like this little tool. You just kind of rub it in the pastel and then you can kind of paint with it, and that's something I really liked about them because it's more like painting rather than using like a chalk pastel. But yeah, they have a bunch of different types of applicators that you can use with these, but I really love this gold. It's so pretty, like it's like a true gold. But yeah, I've been really into the metallics because I'm going to be doing an illustration where I use the metallics. So pan pastels, they're really great. You should check them out. They are kind of expensive. I want to say that one is like $5 or something, but they're pretty good size. Like they'll last for a long time. Like I've been using these and you can't even tell that I've been using them because they just last for a really long time. But yeah, good pigmentation. You can buy them at Blick or on the Blick website, and I think you can buy them on Amazon as well, but I'm not sure. So I'll leave a link down below for everything I talk about as usual. So yeah. Okay, so my next art supplies favorite is actually something I mentioned last month, which is another DIY type sketchbook. This is just something I like put together really quick, and I haven't used it, and actually has graph paper in it, not white paper, but this is an Arc System notebook that I've turned into a sketchbook. What the Arc System is it's punched paper, and you put it on these little rings that look like this, or sometimes this, depending on where you purchase them from. There's a bunch of different places to buy these from. These are to be used with the Happy Planner. So there's like an Arc System planner that uses these, but these are the extender rings, which is why they're so huge. These are the Arc System by Staples, so you can buy these for Staples. That's where these ones came from. I want to say that a pack of like 12 of these is like $3. They're super cheap. So all you need is paper, the arc rings, and a punch. And I'm actually, if you guys want me to make a video on this, I totally can, but this is what the punch that I have looks like. I bought this on Amazon, but I probably will make a video about this because I think it's a really inexpensive and easy way to make your own sketchbooks that doesn't involve like learning to stitch binding and stuff like that. But the thing that's cool that I really like about this sketchbook is since it's on these rings, you can just take the pages and just pull them right out. Like, and it doesn't damage the pages because this is what they look like when they are punched, and then you can just kind of push them back in, which is really good for me who does like inking and stuff, and they're in there pretty good. Like they're not going anywhere. So it's pretty inexpensive and it's pretty sturdy, and I just really like the option to be able to just kind of pull the pages out without damaging them. So leave me a comment if you want me to make a video about this type of sketchbook and how to do it and what kind of supplies you need, because I can totally do that for you guys. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this. As soon as I finish my sketchbook I'm currently using, I'm going to switch to one that's like this because it's so easy to use. Alright, so the next thing, I have some pencils to show you guys. These 3 pencils. I've talked about these, I think, in my Midori video. But these are shaker pencils. So what these are the same brand, and then this one is a different brand, but I will have all the links down below for you guys to check out. They're basically just normal mechanical pencils, but to get the lead out, instead of pushing on the top, you can push on the top, but you just kind of shake them and then the lead comes out, which is really convenient rather than having to, like, I know this is such like a minor thing to reach up and push the top of this when you're working, but rather than just shaking it, it just makes it so much simpler, and I actually find myself using that a lot more than this button on the top. But yeah, these cost $3.30. They are for sale on jetpens.com. These ones are the Pilot Fure Shaker Super Grip mechanical pencils in the 0.5mm lead size, which is my favorite lead size to draw in. So these are super cool. They come in a bunch of colors. I'm not sure which brand this is. I know I got it from JetPens, but it doesn't say anything on it, so I'm sure you'll probably find it on there. But it's pink, and I bought these because they're cute. So good mechanical pencils, inexpensive, and they're pretty unique and fun to use. So yeah. So on to my last supply favorite before I move on to like my miscellaneous favorites. These are the Zig Clean Color Real Brush watercolor brush pens. I bought this set from eBay because you can't buy these really anywhere. They're really hard to find. You can buy the smaller sets on JetPens for like $20, but I wanted the full set. This is the full 60 set, and I still think there are other colors that I don't have. But these pens are really interesting. I bought a couple from the Uejimaya that's kind of near my house, because they sell like, oh god, no, I just rubbed my hand on this. But they're watercolor markers basically, and I'm going to do, unless things go horribly wrong, I'm going to do my illustration video for the month with these. I plan to do that. But yeah, I got the set of 60, so there's like a really decent variety of colors. But you just kind of like, here, I actually am going to demo one for you. Let me grab, what color is this? I don't know, we're gonna find out. It's like a brown. So what you do is you just take it and you will like color in the area that you want to. This is a watercolor paper, by the way. This is a moleskin watercolor notebook that I take traveling with me, and then you can take something like this. This is a water brush pen from Pentel that I also got from Jet Pens. Not sponsored. And then, so you have the color laid down, and then you just take this water brush pen and you can kind of, this is more green, but it makes the marker, I actually wasn't quick enough with this, hold on, let me try it again. I actually switched colors so that it's easier to see, but this is sort of like a, kind of a red. These are things that dry fairly quickly, so you just take your brush pen and you lay some color down, and then you take your water brush pen and then you can pull the color away so it becomes kind of watercolory, which is really interesting. And you can get a pretty decent gradient with these, so. I haven't experimented with them too much, but what I have done, I really like these. But you have to use them on good quality watercolor paper, and I'm doing this on the back of a page, so it's probably not the best demo for you guys, but I am going to make a video using these very soon. So yeah, these are the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Watercolor Brush Pens. And they are really interesting, and I haven't really encountered a brush pen that's watercolor-like this before. So you can check them out. They have a couple colors on Jet Pens and a couple little sets, but they don't have the 60 set, and I'm not sure where that can be found at besides eBay, where I bought it from, so, you know. Alright, so now we're moving on to kind of like my miscellaneous favorites. I'm going to start with my favorite movie slash TV show, whatever, that I've been enjoying throughout the month, which is The Secret of the Kells. If you have not seen this movie, it is so beautiful. The animation style is so unique. I'm not going to tell you anything about these movies because I would go way too much into it, but if you like unique animation, I would highly recommend checking this out because it's just so beautiful. All the backgrounds throughout the whole movie are hand painted with watercolor, and they are just amazing. And this movie's so good, and it's so cute and so sad, and you should watch it because it's amazing. And the thing, my book for the month actually goes along with Secret of the Kells, and it is Designing the Secret of the Kells. So this is the art book that goes along with this. The only place you can buy this art book is stuartngbooks.com because it's a specialty art book, but I'm going to flip through some of the pages. Like, look at these backgrounds. They're all hand painted with watercolor, and they're so amazing. And I just love the style of this movie. It's so unique. Oh gosh, I'm going to knock my lights over. Yeah, this is a really cool art book. It has a lot of information about the production. We used this art book really heavily when I was in school and we were working on one of our productions, because we actually used Secret of the Kells as like inspiration for the short film we worked on. Like, look at how beautiful this is. It's so unique and like graphic, and just, it's really cool. Yeah, I'm not going to show too much of the inside of this, but check out the movie definitely, and then check out the art book if you like the movie. But it's a really good art book. I'm not going to always include an art book every month because I don't always like buy a new art book. I've had this art book for at least a year, but I've just been looking through it a lot lately. But sometimes I'll have like a regular novel or like an art instruction book or an art book, so it'll vary depending on what I've been kind of into that month. Alright, so almost done. My last favorite is going to be my music favorite of the month. I can't play a preview for it of what my music favorite of the month is because of copyright and stuff, you know. So I'm going to show it to you. This is Thomas Burgeson's Illusion album. This is probably my favorite album of all time. So I decided to start with this because I listened to this nonstop. This came out in 2011. I've cracked this. But I've listened to this since 2011 and it's still one of my favorite albums of all time. The kind of music this is epic music. So if you know what epic music is, epic music has gotten really popular lately. But it is like that really intense epic music that you hear like during movie trailers and stuff. That's this type of music. This album is amazing and it's really great to draw to. It's just really, all the tracks are really inspirational. My favorite track on here is Merchant Prince, which is the first track that I ever heard from this album. I know that you can find samples of tracks on YouTube and you can buy it on Amazon and on iTunes, as far as I know. I have the physical CD and I have a digital copy as well, because when you bought the physical CD, you got the digital copy. Now I just keep the physical one in my car. But yeah, really great soundtrack to draw to. I highly, highly recommend checking this one out. It's really good. And he has another album which is called Sun, and it's really good too. So definitely check this out if you like instrumental music and you like epic music. That is really good to draw to. So yeah. Alright, so those are my September favorites. What were your September favorites? Let me know in the comments below what kind of things you have been enjoying throughout the month of September. Anything. I would really like to hear what other people are kind of into, and if you have any suggestions for things you'd like me to try out, or music you'd like me to listen to, or stuff like that, you can let me know down in the comments below. I will have my October favorites up the first week of November, and I guess that's everything. I will leave any links and stuff about these products down in the video description below if I can find them, like this, the arc ring system. I can't because I made it myself, but if you want a video on this, let me know too, because I can make that really quickly. It's not too hard. Yeah, so I guess that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you hadn't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!